Good morning. It's me. I'm back to normal. And it's breakfast time. It's 7:47 a.m. on August 24th, 2024. Mm. I'm having raisin bran and toast. Toast. So I recorded a really interesting video yesterday, which you're gonna see. It's long, but it's good that I caught that on camera. Mm. I was pretty upset and sad. Mm. So let me just tell you really quick, and then I'm going to answer the question, what is the gateway? I totally forgot to answer that in my book. I don't think I was supposed to, though. A lot of this was channeled. So I would just let it flow, and I would write down what I hear clairaudiently. Hmm. So, we have many opportunities for pathways, whether they're ones of the mind or the heart, sometimes of the body. But without complicating it too much, this is what a gateway is. I'll answer this first. Imagine you're in your living room, or where you are right now, and I've said something, or an idea comes to your head. Like, for instance, what if we really are in a domed environment? Even just opening, like, if I had never even opened myself up to the concept of flat Earth, I would have never looked further, you see? So, imagine I've said that, and then you have this idea. Well, I wonder if we really are living in a domed environment. And then all of a sudden, this magic door pops up in your living room. Whoop! You've seen it in movies. Magic door. You're like, whoa, what the hell is that? Now, you can either walk through that door, go over, investigate, open it up, and go through, or you can just leave it and ignore it. No, I'm not going through there. It's fucking weird ass door. I'm not going in there. You know? And the door will go away. But the door may come back. Over and over. You can choose to ignore it still. But when you go through, that's the gateway. What it means is you will reject these things. Even people that will reject me. They'll come on here, see me for 5 minutes, have some type of opinion, and leave. They're missing the gateway of opportunity, the gateway of learning, the gateway of transitioning from one mindset to another. Many paths to the same place. Like I said, most people get caught up with him, blame everything on them, this and that, blah, 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 and they miss this. That's the whole point of this. See his little smirk on his face? He knows. It's about this. But a lot of people get caught up with this. Now, if you look, now I channeled these. I just see them in my mind. I don't know if he shows them to me or what it is. I don't know. But I see them in my mind. And it's like they're on the paper before I even start drawing. See how he's in the water? I draw him like this a lot. Water is transition. Water is like a gateway in itself, almost. For communication, It's a carrier of information. I said this before, and someone said it's because of the white noise, and I'm like, yeah, I think so. I can channel really well and clairaudiently hear and connect when I'm in the shower and having the water hitting me and everything. I don't know why, but I've seen monks doing that under waterfalls and stuff like that, so it may have the same. Of course, there's a lot of discipline and other mental things and physical things involved in that, but yeah, so we have him in the water here, and that's also behind the gateway. And you see, like, it's very wide, and then it narrows. It's wide, and it narrows here as you get closer to the gateway. Then there's another picture that I did of him. And he's also got his 1 foot in the water, and 1 foot being, like, gonna step out. You see, he's in the water there, too. My favorite thing is the frog. Look at the frog looking at him. Isn't he cute? And so down here, this is why I originally liked Robert Zephyr, because I seen the bioluminescence a long time ago. And one of the first Robert Zephyr videos I ever watched was about, it was from Atlantean Gardens, and it was about the bioluminescent underground, that produces its own light and shit. And I've seen that before. That's initially why I liked Robert Zephyr. So, yesterday on video, I had something cool happen. I said this before, and I know that it is what's this, a flaw, a downfall, a mistake that I've made, but also, I've said this too, where I just can't take any more information. Like, I know I've said this before, where I don't want people to tell me about other kinds of beings and how they are in a way, because I will meet them for myself before my cereal gets super soggy. So I didn't read this one, okay? And I only read the Navigator Across the Ice Walls, and then I got to the Land of Mars, and I read in the beginning, when chapter 1, when he explains like where the information comes from and stuff, but then I didn't continue, because what happened is I read that, and then I was drawn to page 15. Sometimes I say chapter 15, I always screw up, but it's page 15, and it's about Mars, okay, and I explain that in my other video in detail, okay? So that's the only one that I got into. So it was, I read all this one, and then I got into this one, but I got upset. And that's another thing. Sometimes the door closes, or you might be in there, the hermit's journey, or like you're, sometimes like it's seen as this. So, you know, I know I have to reference a tarot card, but there's a tarot card with the hermit. This has to do with a lot of like the philosophical things, like what was that, Plato's cave or whatever. It's like an old man studying in a cave. Okay, could be a woman too, but let's just go with the traditional view. So Plato's cave, and so the hermit, yeah, with the lantern. Well, you are the hermit going through the darkness, and the lantern with the light in it is source. It's your guide. It's your light. Your intuition. See what I'm saying? So sometimes you will feel lost in the dark. Another door will open for you. You'll see a light over it. Oh shit! And then you'll go that way. You see what I'm saying? That's a gateway. So, by what happened to me with this, I missed an opportunity. Now, I gained some of it, but I missed out some of it. And it's important because I realized, in a way, we're all doing the same thing. And that I'd really like to unify. I know I can't be responsible for the whole thing, but I'd really like to unify all of them, even Corey fucking Good. Yeah. So, let me tell you something. With this one here, this is where it happened. So, I got into this one because this was the newest one at the time. And I was so caught up with chapter 2 that I kind of just skipped over everything else. It's my own emotional flaw. I understand we don't need to rub it in. So here's page 1. Hold on, let me find it again. And I'm looking through. And honest to God, like, I think ooh, toast. Mm. Uh, I really fucking should have read it. I didn't realize how much she and I are alike, especially with the mental aspect. Where's the fucking part with the gateway? I didn't hallucinate it, I know I didn't. Hold on. Where'd it go? Now this is starting to get on my nerves. Did I miss it? Ah! Oh, it's literally in the first fucking sentence. I was looking further ahead. In this day and age, looking at the white mantle of walls, the ice wall, as a gateway seems far-fetched. And today, very few dare to do so. One of the paths could be found by digging deep into the true agenda that hides in the dark minds of the dome that in turn plays intertwined with the archaic and parasitic colonizers of yesterday. He knows exactly what the gateway is. Hmm. But then it even says over here, because that's one of the reasons, like, remember I said that? I got into the darker stuff because I wanted to figure out what the hell was wrong with all those people. Not like Claudio and them, but like the elites. If I hadn't have gone through that door, I wouldn't have learned that, you see? It says about, I swear on my soul I didn't know he said this. I swear, I didn't know. He goes, and then from there, gathering those parts left to us of this great puzzle. In the back of my book, I was like, now I can pass my piece of the puzzle on to others. Oh, oh, sorry, Claudio. Well, you always say I should question everything, right? You just said it right there. So, uh, I always say you should question everything. Even you should not believe anything of all this. Just stay with the parts that resonate within you. Just follow your heart and investigate from there, without prejudice or absolute freedom about the reality that surrounds you. Wow. That's exactly what I needed. Hmm. So I'll post this one today because I think it's important. How much you want to bet Elena's done the same thing? Well, I guess I'll have to apologize for being an asshole now. Not like I haven't done that before. Well, I thought about it even before I sat down. Because look at how much of a fool you look, you know? Mm-hmm. It's okay, I'm used to it. This is why the spirit realm's laughing at me all the time. But not a mean way. Kind of like, oh, Lacey, you silly goose. Like that. I can't say it's not a little bit irritating. But I don't mean it in a mean way. No. So yeah, that's what the gateway is. There's many opportunities. And there'll be people like me and, well, others that can help you along the way. Sometimes just reading a comment. Just hearing one word from Cliff High. Yeah, I see Marvin trying to get out. Marvin escaped this morning, under the fence and into the yard. So I had to run out the front door and go catch him. Yeah. Out the front door, out and hang out the exit, and into the front lawn here. Come catch him. Yeah. So now he's climbing the screen, literally. Mm-hmm. But I'll let him out when I can go out there and be right there. Because I was standing at the door, and then he stuck his head under, and I was like, don't you do it. And he didn't do it the whole time until that one time. So that sucks. But yeah, because of my past, my trust with humans, other people rather. Sorry, I didn't mean to put it that way. Um, it's pretty bad. Yeah. And I know that I've needed to work on it. But I think it's just coming from an expectation of always being let down and hurt. That's why I started crying in the kitchen yesterday, and then I came back and I said, I made myself tear up because it literally felt like my heart was tearing in half to think about these people really being bad and evil, you know? And like not really for us here, you know, like I literally was like, please don't let them be evil. I started fucking crying in the in the kitchen. So, oh, Marvin's after my toast now. Um, Marvin, Marv, at least jump down so you don't turn the video off, honey. Come on, come on, jump down so you can at least turn. Don't. Oh, you guys, did anything happen? Oh, okay. Marvin. Oh, no, Marv. Hmm. So anyway, there's that. I hope that makes sense for you, and I hope it helps. You know, like stop licking my toast. I know I'm a big crybaby. If I didn't mention that part, that is the case. Hold on. But the thing about it is that's not all I am. And I explained that in the other video too about my multifaceted personality. It has to do with meeting other beings and people in the dimensions where they're at, right? But I'm feeling a little better. I had a resting period. I I had to lay in bed yesterday. I had one of those days where I was too exhausted to get up, but I wasn't tired enough like to actually sleep. So it was weird, but I feel a lot better today, especially after how that hit me yesterday. You know, about reading those words in his book and I didn't know they were there. So, like I said, we do the best with what we have. And I felt that though. I said I don't feel bad off, especially, I mean, I might have beef with Elena for because of the twin flame thing, and like, I mean, I don't mean to hold it against all the French. It's not fair. I had a man from France years ago on Facebook intervene in one of my conversations. He wasn't upset like at me. He was just like, "I'm so sorry, I have to butt in, but he's like, I can't believe what I've just read," and he's like, "I just want you to know that all French men aren't like that." He goes, "It breaks my heart that this has been done to you," and like he wrote me like over and over and over and over, and you could tell that it bothered him. So I'm sorry. I know that that isn't true, and I was just pretty upset. You know, I'm sure that people will be able to figure it out a little bit, um, and I will continue, you know, to work on these things. I really try to have self-control. It's much more difficult to control my pain and the anger that comes from that um, when I don't have my marijuana, you know? And I don't care if people don't understand. You're not me, and you better be thankful every day that you're not. Yeah. And I guess, you know, I guess I get a little bit upset at others that I was left to do this. You know, I was kind of hoping that somebody else would do it and then become a superhero and so that I could just go back to sleep. You know, it's not that I'm ungrateful, but maybe it was meant for me, you know, this part. And I mean it. I'm hoping that I can convince these people to unite instead of like fighting who can sell the most books, who can make the most money up in here, and all this bullshit. No, why don't we unite? That's the way we can help them, everybody, collectively. And then if we all unite together and talk about, like, especially how it says about it doesn't matter, because I wrote in my book about it not mattering about how you see the earth. It's about your uh, shit. You know, it's in there. Um, your mental perspective and the adapt and your ability to adapt to change in the etheric realms. Okay. Uh, Again, I have to be in the right mindset to be able to have those things flow. You'll hear me talk like in the back of my fucking book, like right there. It sounds funny, like may you walk on this path with the power. I don't fucking talk like that. So this is like my subconscious future self. You see what I'm saying? Like in the future. Yeah. I'm gonna explain that in my next volume of Seek and She Shall Find the Gateway, which is called Future Connections. So I'm working on that. It's all up here. I just start putting it down on paper. But that started ever since I was 10 years old too. So there's stuff that isn't in volume 1 that'll be in volume 2, where I go into like things. Well, I wasn't arrested, I was detained, but it just sounds cooler, so I left it like that. I was detained by the people in the blue suits. Like, why is it cool? I don't know, because maybe I just like appearing more of a badass than I actually am. I mean, don't underestimate it, and I really mean it. Do not surprise me in the astral realm. I might beat you up by accident. Yeah. So there's that. What else? Yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, the other video is quite long, but I'm going to post this one first, and then I'll post the other one tomorrow to give people a little bit of time to think about what the gateway actually is and give me some more time. I mean, it's already been recorded. Um, I'm not self-conscious about it or anything. It's pretty funny. You could see it right on my fucking face. You could see it right on my face. It is the best example. It's the best thing that probably could have happened because it literally happens right on camera. Yeah. Where I'm like realizing and reading this that Claudio's wrote about the gateway and that also being pieces of a puzzle, we have keys for each other. So like I said, you'll read something from me and you will get something. Even though I remember I said about initiation, I heard that word from Cliff High and I'm like, what the hell is that? Then that little magical door popped up and I'm like, oh, it must be the initiation door. Let's go over there. And I went through. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So that is the gateway. So now I'm showered and I'm dressed and I smell nice because I wore perfume. Although I would always recommend an essential oil natural perfume because like they definitely use something to do with beaver ass or something in regular perfumes. It's nasty. It's like beaver piss or something. Like, but I mean it smells good. Whatever. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this installment of today's What the Fuck is Going On in the World. Congratulations. Your creator has not blown up the earth. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you again soon. Yeah, I'm gonna have to eventually look at the comments and shit. I've seen a couple of them. It's like people are so quick to jump on others, too. I mean, I fought it really hard. I'm not saying that I'm any better, but, sometimes you just have to actually read the book. Yeah. Take care, everybody. Have a good day. But, oh, my fucking cereal's definitely soggy. Bye!